This is KVUE News Daybreak.
Speculation this morning over that massive cyber attack the country officials believe is behind it.
The White House is issuing a strong denial this morning after reports claim the president revealed classified information to the Russians. The legal questions the report is raising.
And the demand for affordable housing in Austin is on the rise, but the program that aims to help has been maxed out. So what this means for hundreds of local families is straight ahead. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us for KVUE News Daybreak at 5 a.m. I'm Brian May.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. It is Tuesday, May 16th.
That's right. Before we check in with Anavid Reyes, who's keeping her eyes on traffic this morning, let's talk to Erica Lopez. And we're talking about rain this week, but probably tomorrow, not so much today, right, Erica?
Yeah, today it's just going to be sticky. We'll have more clouds than yesterday, and also a little bit breezy out there. Winds coming in from the south, so that's going to increase our humidity even more by the end of today. As of now, dew points are in the mid to upper 60s. You're going to feel the humidity when you head out the door. Temperatures already in the 70s also. We didn't have much of a cool down this overnight because of the cloud coverage that's out there. Keep in mind, winds are moderate right now, but it's this afternoon where we are expecting some stronger winds, sustained winds, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, so could be breezy at times. Other than that, a partly sunny afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. We should stay under 90 degrees for today. So we'll be talking about that throughout today. Also, your wake-up forecast, we're in the 70s this morning. Keep in mind, lots of clouds. Don't expect sunshine this morning. You could see some peaks of sunshine by the afternoon. Anavid has the latest on traffic. How are things looking this morning?
Pretty great, Erica. Good morning to everybody out there. I-35 at Palmer Lane is what you're looking at. This is provided through TxDOT. Traffic is opened and moving quite nicely in this area. So if you're coming down into town, you'll see that no major incidents are reported at this time. Looking pretty great this morning. I-35 northbound Buda to downtown, 21 minutes and 17 minutes green light. I-35 southbound Round Rock to downtown. Guys, back to you.
Anavid, thank you. The White House battling allegations against President Donald Trump this morning. A Washington Post report saying the president shared classified information related to an Islamic State terrorist threat with top Russian government officials. ABC's Janae Norman explains how the Trump administration is now reacting to the controversial accusations.
The bombshell allegations rocking the West Wing.
I was in the room. It didn't happen.
National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster denying the Washington Post report that President Trump shared highly classified information during this meeting with Russia's foreign minister and U.S. ambassador in the Oval Office.
The story that came out tonight, as reported, is false. The president and the foreign minister reviewed a range of common threats to our two countries, including threats to civil aviation. At no time were intelligence sources or methods discussed.
According to the Post, the classified information about an ISIS plot in Syria was given to the U.S. by a partner and is so sensitive that not even other allies have access to it. That Oval Office meeting was already under scrutiny. It came just a day after the president suddenly fired FBI Director James Comey and less than a month after Trump described U.S.-Russia relations at an all-time low. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who was also in the room, saying they did not discuss sources, methods, or military operations. But no one at the White House specifically addressing the main allegation in the story that President Trump revealed classified information and in doing so may have jeopardized critical intelligence sharing operations.
That's really shocking. The suggestion that he might have shared highly classified information inappropriately with the Russian foreign minister is deeply troubling.
The story sounding alarms for lawmakers on both sides of the aisle.
If it's accurate, it'd be troubling.
As president, Trump has the power to declassify information, but still the leading Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee is now asking intelligence leaders and the administration to brief the committee on what was shared during that meeting. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Now, while it is legal for the president to declassify information, we were wondering if it was legal for him to share classified information with those who do not have U.S. security clearance. Well, here's what we learned. It is legal. Analysts say American presidents have broad authority to disclose classified information, making them virtually immune to prosecution. However, every other government employee with a clearance could face criminal charges for disclosing classified information without prior permission.
Well, 5:04, new information this daybreak on the massive cyber attack that affected thousands of computers around the world. Investigators say North Korea may be behind the global crisis. Cybersecurity researchers say coding behind the virus is similar to the code used by North Korea in an attack on international banks last year. Hackers used a phishing scam to lock people out of their computers and collect a ransom. The massive cyber attack hit thousands of computers at banks, hospitals, and government institutions over the weekend. And there are ways that you can prevent your computer from catching this virus. Always run system and security updates. They fill any security holes your computer may have. Don't click on any sketchy attachments that you may receive in an email. And make sure to regularly back up your computer by putting your data on an external hard drive or uploading it to a cloud storage service. Right now, police in Fredericksburg are asking for your help to find a missing elderly man. Police have issued a silver alert for 75-year-old Thomas Vidal. He was seen last around 7 o'clock last night walking around the Tri-Star Care Center. Officials say he's been diagnosed with a cognitive impairment and he poses a threat to his own health and safety. He was last seen wearing a black vest and blue jeans. He also uses a walker. Call police if you have any information.
Austin's affordable housing program is taking a huge hit this morning, and it's impacting hundreds of families in the area. Nearly 1,100 people are currently on the waiting list for a housing choice voucher, which would help pay rent for low-income families. About 150 of these vouchers will go out this year. That's 300 fewer than last year. This is because the list has been closed for more than 2 years now due to a backlog. The last time the Housing Authority opened the waiting list was back in 2014. The Housing Department took in 19,000 applications but only processed 2,500. Housing Authority officials say they probably won't be opening the wait list for at least a few years to come. Now, to qualify for assistance, families must make 50% below the median area income. That's a little under $40,000 a year for a family of 4. And city council members are working to help families who need housing assistance. They approved a strategic housing plan that'll revamp the city's permitting process. The plan could also make it easier for the city to purchase and preserve unused land for affordable housing projects. City council also approved a 1 million square foot development plan for commercial and residential space in North Austin. 500 units will be built at the corner of Spicewood Springs and Mopac. 50 of those units will be used for affordable housing. Now it's time to get a check of that forecast. It's going to be a humid day out there today. Erica Lopez has all the details. Erica?
That's all right, Brian. Dew points are already in the mid to upper 60s, so it's going to be sticky not only for this morning, but that's going to continue the rest of the work week into the weekend. Lots of low-level moisture out there. That's bringing in some cloud coverage, but for the most part, Texas is quiet. The majority of the rain north of us and out of our viewing area. So just the clouds that we'll be battling today, and still some rather warm temperatures. We'll still be a couple degrees above average, but our high forecasted right now is 89 degrees, so hoping to stay under that 90-degree mark. It looks to be that way as of right now. Partly sunny this afternoon, so expect more clouds than sunshine. That's going to help keep us under that 90-degree mark. Let's talk about the rain chances that are headed our way. So here's how it's going to work. Today, it's just going to be warm. We will be breezy at times. Sustained winds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour. But check out all the rain chances headed our way, not only for the work week, but also into the weekend. I'm going to break down what we can expect exactly each day for the rest of the week and the full forecast. Guys, back to you.
Erica, thanks. Starting this summer, your face may be your baggage claim check. Delta Airlines will begin testing self-service bag drop machines at the airport in Minneapolis, Minnesota. One of them will use facial recognition to match customers with their passport photos. Delta says self-service bag drops could process twice as many customers per hour than the existing system does.
What if you look so different with and without your makeup on?
That's a good point.
You'd be like, no, it really is me.
I don't know how that works.
Just had a bad night.
Because I look a lot different with my makeup on.
Well, still ahead this morning, pit bulls are some of the most feared dogs, but should we really be afraid of them? We're going to take a look at their so-called aggressive behavior to see if they're any different than other breeds.
And the man accused of planning a mass shooting in Austin still in jail this morning, while a judge says he's not getting out anytime soon.
Plus, the warning from a father to other parents after doctors determined his son died from drinking too much caffeine.